ePonti, we're making Mondays better for contractors and their customers. Working smarter and not harder. That's what everybody's trying to do. With ePonti, we easily manage and share information in real time, anywhere, on any device, your phone, your slate, your laptop, your desktop. Communications, the key point of ePonti. Improving your productivity, where we automate things like purchase order requests, work orders, multiple change order requests that I can have concurrently. Things that are all there that we've gone through to improve your productivity of consistently doing things over and over again. We also provide a way of reducing costs. Well, there's a couple ways of looking at it. One, we provide you with an accurate job costing in one place. I don't have to go to this application and pull information out, this one and this one and that one, and then try and mash them all up into Excel. It's a lot of time trying to come up with where you're at. With ePonti, it's a report. Yeah, that's less IT expense because we're a SaaS application, meaning we're in the cloud. That means you don't have to have servers. All you have to do is have internet capability. But don't forget about all that extra time of labor, let's say associated with your installers. They have to sit down and figure out their time reports. What did they do? Figuring out what here. As a project manager, I got to run around and says, did this get ordered? Did that get ordered? Where is this? Where procurement goes, what did you mean by, what does this say on this note? What did you want me to order? All of that. And yes, we have affordable pricing. The industry we decided to utilize was the construction service industry because that was very unique to any other industry because you have product that need to be installed. So about 90 plus percent of the time, you always have a product that you have to go out install. So we tie those specifically together based off the utilization of the just-in-time methodology that was created by Toyota back in the 50s to improve the manufacturing line. You have a truck or a vehicle coming down the assembly line and then it matches up the parts. Great. It gets the product out faster, more efficiently. Well, we do the same thing. We have a project. We have a bunch of parts in there. We then bring it down the assembly line. We know when we need to install it. We assign that and we keep track of when we have the parts so then we can go out to do that. All based off of some business process automation rules that we work through within the system. We have a customer relationship management system or CRM. This is a place where you manage your customers, your contacts. You get full visualization into what the contact activities are, what leads, quotes, projects and service requests, what cases, all of that from one quick little portal. As inside of ePonti, we call the people section. You're able to quickly create new contacts, and if, for instance, you use QuickBooks, we're able to synchronize them seamlessly. For you managers, manage projects with just a click of a button. This means I can request products. That means I create a purchase order request for those products that are in the job. I can then schedule, my workload on a job. I can assign tasks to be done. I can do punch lists, those things with a click of the button. Easy control change order requests, meaning I'm able to create multiple change order requests sitting in the job, present them to the customer, and then once they approve it, it will then affect the job. Otherwise, it has no effect on the job, but they're easy to create, add, minus, that type of stuff. So other things that we're able to do with a click, milestones, deliveries, time it records to keep track of time. All of these information inside the project, I'm able to then transfer them to various functionalities to make my job as a project manager more easily accomplished. This kind of gives you a process flow of what changes occur. You have a client meeting, you review those things, you add, duplicate, replace, or remove items in the project for them. You then generate the documents, you present them. Do they approve it or not? If they approve, then we update the project so that you can proceed. If you don't, you go back through multiple iterations. For those in client services, well, we provide a way of creating and also managing your various service requests. This keeps track of your notes, events, and calls that are out there. Easily handle purchasing and returns in one process. Schedule and assign work, punch lists, as well as track time, which then all comes back into one report, turn them into a sales order to present to the customer for billing processes. This is kind of a process flow the client calls, you generate a service request, you then assign it to somebody, you get a client approve on that information, maybe the service manager gets involved, the project manager confirms schedule, depending on how large that process is. But this is a basic service request process. Now, inside of ePonti, we have what we call as procurement process or custody control. A lot of people have asked, oh, do you do inventory? Yes, we do inventory, but in the construction service industry and associated with it just in time, you don't want inventory. You want custody. You want to know where things are at all times. This allows you to organize your purchase order request, and then once a request has been done by a project manager, then the procurement side can then take effect, and they can either grab those, turn them into purchase orders directly to the vendor, or they can transfer those out of, yes, we provide you with inventory in multiple site locations, and that means, is it on my truck, is it in warehouse A, B, or C, is it on shelf inside that warehouse there, or has it been delivered to the job site? So the procurement section is the key to why we tied procurement and project management together inside of one package, ePonti. So this kind of gives you an idea of the procurement process from custody, parts, transfers, pending, returns, and inventories. Logging and tracking hours. As an employee, I want to make it simple. I don't want to make it hard because I'm going to be sitting there doing time on it, and maybe are they going to allow me to do it on the clock, or do I do it off the clock? And if they're on the clock, the management always says, hurry up, get it done faster because I'm paying you to sit around and do nothing. So this is where we, inside of ePonti, our timekeeper, we're able to display time by employees, where then they can go through the process and say, okay, I'm going to submit this for this payroll period. It goes through an approval process where the project manager verifies that, yeah, you did this, yes, we have a budget for it at that amount. And then it goes to employee approval. And then once they all have been approved for that time period, then they can be transferred directly into QuickBooks into time entry situations for that, or exported out to any other processing for payroll. So this kind of gives you an idea where the resource goes to their timesheet and assigned to the timekeeper, selects them, updates it, all of that stuff, submits it. The project manager can then approve it or reject it. So that gives you a quick overview of what ePonti is all about. Thank you for watching the ePonti podcast. For more information, give us a call, email us, or visit us at